Why we started a second brand new agency. What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. Kevin and I did it again. We opened a second agency from scratch. The name of the agency is Rival Digital. It's so new that the website is currently under construction, but we already have an employee. We just hired a second one, and we have a client already, and we're starting our prospecting. So things have moved very, very quickly. Why did we start a second agency? Well, at Array Digital, our primary agency, which is always going to be the primary for me and Kevin, it's been around for a long time, and it developed over the course of years from work that I did individually, work that Kevin did individually, and then we ended up merging our companies, and we kind of brought our two companies together and our two philosophies, and we kind of had to figure out how this whole agency world just kind of worked. And a lot of what we do here is it can be stressful sometimes working here because we're constantly learning new tips, tricks, and techniques just from being in the business for a long time, being part of masterminds, being part of peer groups, seeing what works, what doesn't work. And so we're constantly changing and morphing and morphing. And then one of the things that we've done recently is at Array Digital, we started to segment down to 3 industries that we support. There's law firms, medical practices, and home services companies. So we've gone a little bit down the road of niching, and that's because we believe strongly in the power of niching. We want to niche, but at Array Digital, it's honestly, number one, it's going to be extremely painful for us, possibly for our clients, and it's risky. It's risky for us to niche because we've got a lot of good things going on right now, and we haven't fully committed to niching. So we are more of what you would call like a full service digital marketing agency. We work with a lot of different clients, although now we're starting to narrow that down, but barely at all. I mean, those 3 segments I just listed, law, medical, and home services, they're huge. I mean, literally tens of millions of prospects in the United States alone. So it's not even close to being niche, but we know that there is power in niching. And so what we wanted to do is, without disrupting what was happening at Array Digital, we wanted to try niching very, very narrowly. And so that is the point of Rival Digital. At Rival Digital, we are focusing exclusively on residential HVAC contractors. If you don't know what HVAC contractors are, that stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. These are the people that come to your house and work on your AC units or your heat in the winter. We know a lot about them from our work at Array Digital. We have a lot of experience, but we don't niche in that particular field. And so what we wanted to do is start an agency. It's very much an experiment, although we have very high hopes and are very confident about it. We wanted to start an agency that focused only on that. And here's the power of that. Right now we are building the webpage for rivaldigital.com. And what do we say on the webpage? Like at Array Digital, we have a problem where we have 3 completely different kinds of clients that come to us: doctors, lawyers, and basically more or less like construction workers, if you will, home services folks. So they all speak different languages. They all have different needs. So we have to talk in a somewhat generic fashion. And we have to identify all 3 of them on our homepage so that they know that they belong at Array Digital. But we can't speak directly to any one of them. We have to speak to all of them. So even though we've segmented it, it's still quite generic copy and whatnot. At Rival, it's going to be super specific. We're going to say we help residential HVAC contractors with, and then whatever, digital marketing, getting leads, whatever we come up with. But we're going to speak right to their pain point directly, at the exclusion of everybody else in the world. Because I don't care about everyone else in the world when it comes to Rival Digital. I care only about residential HVAC contractors. Well, Erik, what if a commercial HVAC contractor comes your way? You know what? If they do, there may be a fit, but we're going to make it super clear that we only work with residential HVAC contractors. Now, if a commercial contractor wants to work with us, we could probably help them in some form or fashion, but we want to make it super, super clear who we work for. And so that's the idea behind Rival Digital. We have really high hopes, like I said before, and high confidence this will work. A lot of the things that we have learned over the course of several years, we're putting into practice. And frankly, Rival Digital has a big advantage when it started about a month ago, because of just all this rich experience that we already have in the industry. So, look, jury's out. Stay tuned. We'll brief you on everything that happens under the Array Digital umbrella, including Rival Digital. And frankly, this is the blueprint for other specialty agencies that will likely spin off. So there's lots of other niches out there, and we want to go for the niches. The riches are in the niches. How much more successful would you be if you could harness the experience of a group of successful business owners? If you could learn from their successes and avoid mistakes they've made in the past? Array Mentors provides the framework and the guidance to help you find your way, get you on the right path, and accelerate your journey to more money and more success. Check out the details at arraymentors.com.